Jack, first of all, mate, tell us what's wrong with you, why aren't you training?
I've actually had hip surgery about a month ago, so I'm just in rehab at the moment. Probably won't run for a couple of weeks, and then I'll be back into full training after Chrissy sometime. So slow process and not what you want when you come to a new club, but yeah, that's why I'm taking it easy at the moment.
You can't sort of hit the ground running?
Yeah, I mean, especially coming to a new club, you want to get involved and, you know, like just get amongst it all and show your leadership qualities, but it's a bit harder when you sit on the sidelines and watching them all. But you know, it is what it is, and I'll be right soon enough.
Can you tell us a bit about the process of getting here, or what lured you to consider Brisbane in the first place?
Yeah, so I was out of contract at the Pies, and it didn't look like there was much interest coming from there, and had a fair bit of interest from Brisbane, and I thought for my football it'd probably be the best, you know, new opportunity, young group, which I'm really excited about, and I thought that I'd be able to bring a fair bit of my experience across, even though it's not much in the grand scheme of football terms, but to this group, I think, you know, working with a young backline, I think it was really exciting for me, and I guess it's a fresh start now for these guys, and I'm really excited about the opportunity that I've got, so that was probably the main thing.
It looks like you're a straight replacement for Dan Merritt, who's finished up. Is that the way you hope it pans out, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a very experienced player, bit of a cult figure around here as well, so there's big shoes to fill, but yeah, look, hopefully down the track at some stage I can fill those shoes and play that role that he played, so yeah.
Previously he was a bit of a cult figure, as you say, but so were you down there, so it sounds like a great spot, doesn't it?
Yeah, except I think I was a cult figure just for my name, so it not so much my playing ability, so it's a bit different, but hopefully I can change that.
Exactly right. That's, and how determined are you, considering what's happened, you know, how you've ended up here, how sort of reconfigured your kind of thinking and how you want to try and achieve your goals?
Yeah, I mean, it's very closely aligned with the club. I mean, fresh start here, and same for me, I guess. You know, just look to take my game to the next level. So, you know, there's a lot of things a lot of ways I can do that, and I'm just looking forward to it at the moment. So, yeah, fresh start and great opportunity for me to be a leader and be one of the more experienced players. So, looking forward to it.
When you played this team for Hawthorn, what was the opinion of these guys? Were they easy beats? You know, like, is that something? Can you sort of reconstruct it along those lines, and the way other teams approach playing the Lions or something like that? You know?
Yeah, look, we never really come across a team and say, oh, they're easy beats, because, you know, they're in the AFL system and they've obviously got skilled play. Everyone has skilled players, so, you know, you always got to have your wits about you. And obviously both teams going with a game plan. And I mean, this year when we played them, ours worked out better than theirs did, I guess. So, but no, you never approach them as easy beats. Even, you know, the teams that are down the bottom of the ladder, so Bombers, Brisbane, those types, you always go in preparing for, you know, the worst to happen.
So where were the weaknesses though? Where would Hawthorn identify Brisbane?
So I remember the game specifically, yeah, when they were kicking out, they kept kicking to one spot, and we kind of just picked them apart from there. So that's pretty much what happened. And then they didn't really switch it up, so it worked out well for us. But we kind of adjusted to that during the game, and that's where it went wrong for them, I think.
You would have had a perception, I'm sure, of what the environment might be like here. Has that changed? I know you've only been here 5 minutes, but how has how have you found the club compared to your perception coming in?
It's pretty much exactly what I expected. Like I said, it's a young group, and I think they're all really hungry to succeed, especially having the last couple of years that they have had. So no, my expectations or opinions haven't changed at all, and I just want to get involved with it and, you know, start from fresh and succeed. I mean, that's what we all want.
Do you feel you've got something to prove as an individual?
Yeah, I think so. I guess especially if there's, from your old club, there's no interest, and you obviously take a little bit of it to heart. I'm sure any athlete would. So yeah, I do have something to prove, and that's why it's frustrating being in rehab for a fair amount of time, because you just want to jump in and, you know, prove what you can do. But like I said, there's nothing I can do about it now. I just got to go through protocols to get right, and, you know, hopefully when the season comes around, I'll be able to prove it then.
You would have played with Dane Beams. Did you chat to him before you came, or did you have any sort of relationship with him, you know, in your time at Collingwood?
Yeah, so yeah, my first year he was there, and at that stage of his life, he didn't really talk much to anyone. He was just kind of went about his business, which is fine. But he was actually really helpful when he caught wind of the news that I might be coming up here. He was the first person to text me, ask about where I'm living, if I want help looking for houses. Even my partner, he said that his I think wife now, Kelly, to give her my partner's number so that she can get settled in as well. So he's been really helpful, and yeah, he's been unbelievable for me from the beginning. So it's been good.
What about the coach? What's he said to you? What's he said to you about the coach so far?
Yeah, so I met Chris before I went away on holidays in the off season. Had a sit down with him and Peter Schwab, and I think he's pretty much what I've said already. Is that he just sat down with me and said, look, we're bringing you in here for your experience and leadership qualities that we think you've got. So just to help out with the young team. I mean, I'm only young myself in footy terms, so yeah, he just wants me to be aligned with all that and just work together with him and work closely and sit down with him and chat about things that we can do well and things we can do better, because obviously he's from Hawthorn, so everyone can bring something different from different clubs, so just work together closely, I guess. And yeah.